I used 2 pounds of grain. Then I mixed 1.5 quarts per pound of grain. The total mash will include 3 quarts of water. Once the water reached 170 degrees Fahrenheit, I slowly stirred in the grain. The mash unevenly stabilized around 148. For this test, I will not be stirring the mash. I will allow it to sit undisturbed. I set the clock for 65 minutes. The providone iodine solution was equivalent to 1% available iodine. I took sample 1 at 60 minutes. I placed the sample on a white porcelain plate. The drops of iodine do not readily turn colors, yet look very dark on video. After mixing, you can see that the test turns dark black, showing there is still a lot of unconverted starch in the mash. I took sample 2 at 55 minutes. Again, the drops of iodine don't immediately turn colors. After mixing, you can see that the test still turns dark. I took sample 3 at 50 minutes. After mixing, the results are similar to test 2. I took sample 4 at 45 minutes. The mash temperature is 151.9 degrees. The test still turns dark. I took sample 5 at 40 minutes. The mash temperature is 152 degrees. The results are beginning to lighten, but we still get a positive reaction. I took sample 6 at 35 minutes. The mash temperature is down to 151 degrees. While mixing, there is now a clear sign that conversion is taking place. While the test is still mostly positive, it clearly shows an unmixing red hue. I took sample 7 at 30 minutes. The mash temp is dropped to 149.7 degrees. There is now a strong sign of conversion. While the test still shows some positive results, there are now strong shades of red remaining. I took sample 8 at 25 minutes. The mash temp is dropped yet again to 148.1 degrees. It is now clear that the test is almost completely negative. After sample 8, the mash temperature is 147.6 degrees Fahrenheit. The half-inch of liquid settled on top of the mash is nearly clear. I took sample 9 at 20 minutes. The mash temp is dropped to 146.3 degrees. The drops of iodine now remain a very bright red when added. At 45 minutes in, this test looks to be completely negative, meaning that the starches have been fully converted. Sample 10 at 15 minutes showed the same negative results, as does sample 11 at 10 minutes, sample 12 at 5 minutes, and sample 13 at 0 minutes. The results of this test show that a mash as short as 40 minutes is sufficient for adequate conversion of starches, although giving the mash an extra 5 minutes to work for a total mash time of 45 minutes will give nearly complete conversion. I added 1 quart of sparge water for a total of 4 quarts. This yielded 2 quarts, or a half a gallon of wort. The pre-boil gravity was 1.070 at 60 degrees Fahrenheit.